Now, one of the places where using a flat file is really, really valuable is, let's say you have a blocked ASIN and it's gotten suspended for using, typically a trigger word, antibacterial, mold, you name it. High quality has been a recent one now, which kind of surprised me. If you use keywords like that and it gets triggered in Amazon's algorithm and picked up, they'll block the ASIN, and you literally cannot. A lot of times, if you remove the keyword, whatever the trigger word was, it will automatically reactivate it. However, a lot of times you can't get back into the listing because they've blocked you from it manually. So in the manual backend, you cannot get into the listing. Flat files are here to help. So that's where you can change the information. And a lot of times it will reactivate it as long as that trigger word is gone and you've uploaded it, it'll reactivate it. Now, if it doesn't, then you can contact Seller Performance and add that batch ID of the upload in with your appeal and say, we've updated it, we've fixed it, please reactivate it. That's the kind of stuff that flat files are really, really valuable for.
Yeah. I mean, this is so accurate. I cannot say enough. These flat files are lifesaver when to do the things that you are not able to do through the interface. There is one thing that I want to add. I think that this is also important. So let's assume that you've created a listing and you didn't know. It's impossible to know everything. And you put a keyword in it, which got picked up by the algorithm and the detail page removed. ASIN is not allowed. And then you realize it, says, oh my God, I put this word, take out the word. So take out the word, submit the feed again. Does it work?
Usually.
How much time do you have to wait before you submit it?
Oh, probably about 15 minutes.
So my experience is this. If I have a situation, a listing has been suspended. First, I delete it.
Okay.
Wait 36 hours so that everything gets flushed out. And then submit it with the correct information. And then at that point, if it doesn't correct itself, then you can take that batch ID and submit it to seller support and ask them to fix it. But those repetitive submissions without giving the system enough time to kind of flush out the old stuff sometimes prove to be problematic.
It can
Is
be.
that your experience?
Yeah, a lot of times you do need to wait at least 24 hours, typically overnight, for the catalog to clear before it actually, does update. And sometimes you do have to delete it. Typically, if it's like a blocked ASIN or some kind of issue like that, I'm really careful not to delete it because I'm concerned that I wouldn't be able to re-upload it. And Amazon would say, no, you can't re-upload this product. And then you get in the vicious cycle with Seller Performance of, hey, we can't upload this product. And they're like, well, we can't do anything about it because it's not there. So what do you do then? So typically, I mean, it depends on the case, of course, but
so another issue with listings where the flat files may be useful is changing the brand, right?
it can be, but you can get error messages in the template as well saying that, you're not the brand, you're not approved for this, or or whatnot, but you know, it can be definitely useful for that. It can be really useful for parent-child variations.
Yes.
If you're trying to either fix them, meaning, let's say the name on the product page or the way that you want to list it on the product page is kind of not the way that you want it. Let's say it says 1.7 ounces instead of 2-pack or something like that. That's a really good way with the flat file to fix those issues with parent and children, as well as creating them.
Mhm. How about, do you ever see those messages that you submit information for an ASIN with the flat file, and then it throws up an error? And then when you look at the error, it says the information we have on file for this ASIN does not match the information submitted, and blah blah. So, and you never understand what that is. So how do you deal with situations like that?
Sometimes if you change the data back to what Amazon has it as, and then upload that as a full update, you can get the product listed. And then at that point, you can change the data.
I see. So, in other words, first give them what they already have.
Mm-hmm.
So that way, and is this for a suppressed listing, or is this for any listing?
Could be for any listing.
Any listing. So
Yeah.
just give them what they want so that it can normalize and then change.
Right. And then once you do that, then you can do a full update and change the information. But other times you do still need to go through seller performance and say, I have no ability to change this, but it needs to be changed.
And when you say full update, tell us what that means so that people know.
Oh, sure. Sorry. So 3 of the options that you have is one, either delete or to do a partial update, which means that you're not changing everything, you're only changing some things. And then the other one is a full update, which if you're not careful about, you can do a full update and that says whatever was in the catalog, now change it all to this, whatever you uploaded. So you want to make sure that if you do a full update, that you have everything in there that you want. So all your bullets are the right bullets, the description, the title, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Especially if you've deleted it and then you've done a full update.
Well, I mean, I tell you the easiest mistake to make. So you have your flat file, and they said, oh, you better change the title because you're not getting enough traction. Put this keyword in the title, and then you take the flat file and you put the ASIN as the identifier, and then you put the title in and upload it. Everything else is blank, and you don't select partial update because the default choice there that you don't have to select anything at all is blank. And if it's blank, it means full update, right?
Yeah, now one thing is once something is in the catalog, it doesn't change. And it's nearly impossible to remove data from certain fields, or basically any field. You have to add something else to it in order to change it. Does that make sense? That didn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
You can't actually remove data.
Yeah, it doesn't overwrite something in, let's say, description field with blank because the new file is blank. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, so whatever was in the catalog before will remain there. If you have a field that you want to get rid of, let's say you have a metal product and it says plastic, and you don't want that field to say anything, there's no way to remove it. The only thing you can do is change it to metal or change it to something else to replace that data.
So I have a complicated question. I don't know if anybody tries to do it, but I'm sure this happens from time to time. Let's say that you created a variation theme of, I don't know, color and size, and you want to switch it to size and color.
Mm-hmm.
How do you do that?
You change it in the flat file.
So,
However, yeah,
yeah,
it might be, you can try changing it with the current parent, but it might be that you need to create a different parent. And so you have to delete the parent, remove all the children, create a new parent, wait 24 hours, and then re-upload the children to that new parent with the new variation thing.